Looking to cook that restaurant quality steak? Then this is the video for you. But don't forget, if you're using the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those barbecue products. Make sure to check those out at the end of this video. Hi Weber fans, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I'm going to show you how to prepare and cook that restaurant quality steak to keep that moisture in that steak and keep that steak full of flavour. Let's jump straight into it. Right, so before we jump into today's video, there's a few things we're going to need. We're going to be using the Weber Rotisserie, a rotisserie cage. We're also going to be using the Chef Temp Pro. This is my go-to thermometer. I use it whether I'm cooking in the Weber or whether I'm cooking in the oven. It's a fantastic piece of kit. Works really well. Then we're going to need a convection tray. If you haven't got a convection tray, then you can use a double tin foil. And what that's for is to put under your trivet. So what we want to do is we want to deflect the heat. So we're not getting direct heat, we're just getting convection heat onto that rotisserie, which is going to keep it nice and low and slow. And then to keep it low and slow, we're going to get a water pan. Whether you use a large water pan or a small water pan, it's entirely up to you. Fill this with water. Because the heat's deflected, it's not going to boil, it's not going to steam that meat. It's just going to keep that temperature down. And it's going to keep that temperature down around consistently about 150 degrees Celsius. And I'll put on screen what that is in Fahrenheit. So normally with our steak, what we'd do is we'd season it first and then slap it on the grill. And that is a big mistake. So the best thing to do with your steak, whether that be T-bone steak, sirloin, fillet, any type of steak, is to season it lightly with some salt and do that on both sides. What we'll do is we'll drop that in the fridge for around 10 minutes to show you what that salt will do to your steak. Right, so our steak's in the fridge, we're going to leave that for around 10 minutes. Then what you should notice is as we get it out, it should have drew all the moisture out. And I'll explain that process as it happens. Right, so we've got our steak out. It's only been in the fridge around 10 minutes. As you can see, that what that salt has done, it has released the moisture from the steak. So all the moisture's coming to the surface. And if you were to put that straight on the grill, you're going to dry your steak out. We want that to return back into the steak. So what happens is the salt draws it out. When you've got it in the fridge overnight or for at least an hour, it's going to draw it back into the meat and sort of seal it. There's no way of those juices escaping from that steak, and it's going to keep that steak a lot more moist and a lot more tender. Right, so now we've put our steak in the fridge. We're going to leave that for around an hour, so it's time to set up the queue. Right, so we set up the queue, and as you know, I put a water pan in. It's going to help keep that temperature nice and low. We want to keep it around the 150 degrees Celsius, and I'll put on the screen what that is in Fahrenheit. That will give us a longer time to rotisserie that steak with that low and slow method. Right, so that steak was in around an hour. It is better if you can leave it overnight, but an hour is the minimum you can leave it for. So you can see all the salt has gone back into that steak, and so is the moisture. It's time to get it on the rotisserie for that first cook. Now, because we're going to reverse sear this and get it on the rotisserie, we're going to be using the Chef Temp Pro Plus steak probe. It is a shorter probe. There will be a link down of where to get these. So with the probe, you've got your ceramic outer, which is going to give you the ambient temperature, and then obviously the probe is going to give you the temperature of the meat. So we're going to cook this to around 42 degrees before we reverse sear it. And I'll put on screen what that is in Fahrenheit. Next process, we're going to season that with some olive oil, and then we're going to just cover that with some barbecue Weber seasoning. Flip our steak over, and the same on the other side. So it's in our rotisserie basket. It's time to get it on the queue. Right, so now our steaks in that rotisserie system, we're going to leave that up until it comes to around 41 degrees Celsius. I'll put on screen what that is in Fahrenheit, and we're going to be using the Chef Temp Pro for that, and I will put a link down below of where to get one of those from. It is a fantastic product. It is my go-to thermometer, whether I'm cooking in the oven or cooking in the Weber. So our steaks just come out of the rotisserie. We're going to leave that tented under that tin foil, so it's not going to raise the temperature that much. While that's resting, our queue's going to preheat for another 5 minutes. So get those grill plates nice and hot, ready for that reverse sear. Right, so our steaks come off, it's got to 51 degrees Celsius, which is medium to rare. If you want to do that sear a little bit longer, if you like it medium or if you like it well done, I did it for around a minute and a half. We're going to let that rest and then we're going to cut it up and give it a bit of a taste test. Right, so I've sliced the steak up a little bit. I forgot to put it on camera, but let's jump into the taste test. Don't forget, everything to the video today, there are links in the description below for the best place to get those barbecue products. Make sure you check those out at the end of this video. As you can see, that steak turned out and tasted superb. Now, because you're using the rotisserie system instead of just using the convection system, you've got that steak basting itself and all the juices are flowing inside to keep it a lot more tender, ready for that final sear. With the sear, I did it for around a minute and a half either side. Can do it longer depending how you want your steak, but that brought mine up to a medium rare consistency. If you want it medium, then obviously you'll leave it on for like around 2 minutes and so on and so on. Now, for those of you struggling to clean your new Weber Q1200N, check out this video next. And for those of you looking to cook that perfect duck, check out this video next. So thanks for watching, happy grilling, and I'll catch you in the next one.